Good morning, afternoon to each and every one of you. Our prayer is that God is continually uh, above and beyond and bringing into your life all that which you stand in need of, above all you could ask or think. That's our prayer that God will continually prosper you and keep you in perfect peace when your mind is stayed on him. Erica, how are you this morning? Good to chat with you on today. This is the first day. The first, Catherine, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Did you get the did you get the Catherine, did you get the through the Bible? I just want to make sure you got it. I wasn't sure if I had sent it or not. Good to see Gina. Good mid after. That's right. Lisa, good to see you. Debbie, Thea, Elder Jordan, how are you? Carolyn, good to see you. Okay, good. You are so welcome. So welcome. Denise, how are you? Good to have those of you with us. Been praying for you and been praying mightily. The Lord has brought you too far. What's going on, Doe? What it be like? I just want to make sure all is well in Midland, and that you're doing well. Also, need to make sure you protect yourself. Protect yourself. This virus is raging like crazy. Carolyn, how are you? We got both Carolyns on here today. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got 3 minutes before I get started. As I'm getting ready to get started, this is the first day of our 40-day fast, which is for the next 5 to 7 days. Sylvia Scott, how are you? Andre, how are you? Linda, how you doing? It is going to be challenging, to say the least. It's going to be overwhelmingly challenging because it will be during that period of time that your body will begin the detoxifying process. And it will be screaming and yelling. Okay. Minister Sarah, how are you? Cora, how are you, young lady? Uh, you know, um, it will be challenging because you're changing your diet. It's not that you're not eating. I wish somebody would hear me. And it's not that you're not drinking fluids, is you're changing the composition of what you eat and what you drink is what makes the difference. And Jemison, how are you? And good, good. Make sure that if she has any medical issues, check with the doctor because we don't want anybody getting sick. Okay. But it is a challenge. Sharon, how are you? And it is a major challenge, but I'm up for it. Yeah, my headaches have already started, which is expected because I gave up the coffee a while ago, but I was still drinking caffeine. So that's a part of the process. I'm so used to it now. As the song said, I won't complain because it doesn't do any good to complain about it anyway. Because they're not going anywhere. They will diminish, and that's what I'm trying to get you to see. Please make sure. Please make sure. Please make sure. Please make sure you have tons of water available. You're going to need it. You're going to need to keep your body hydrated. That is overwhelmingly important. I'll talk a little bit more about that tonight in midweek, but I need you to know the importance of water, and that's okay. I'm going to, yeah, you're going to miss it, but guess what? You'll be all right because water will start tasting like ginger ale. Laverne, how are you? How are you? How are you? Michelle, how you coming along, Michelle? Been praying for you that you continue to heal and God will show himself mighty and powerful as he has, as he has. And so we're grateful to God for that. How can we overcome fear? And especially, hey Terry, how are you? Especially in these times, Thea, how water is my okay. And you know what I found out, Thea? I have found out that many of us don't drink water. We drink. Ayana, you being good, you staying out of trouble. You know I gotta mess with you, especially after last night. You know I had to do that. The one thing that we don't do well is drink water. We are a sugar and sweet addicted people. I love water too. That's why I can't keep enough of it. Matter of fact, I just ordered some more because when you go to Sam's Club, they only let you get 3 cases. So I've ordered some more water to come in because I'm going to be floating along. Okay, that's a song, "Float On." Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. I also have went and picked up some fruit and some vegetables and different things. Running to get your water, Jaleesa, and making smoothies, natural smoothies, just strictly from the fruit and vegetables, and it will do that. I posted 3 recipes for those of you. Sister Thomas, how are you? For those of you who need protein, you're going to find them in other ways. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. There is a peanut butter you can eat. It has to be all natural. Okay? Are you hearing me? All, but you know what, Gina? Some of them don't even drink it in the summer. They drink just all kind of everything, and if you go into your grocery stores, you will see much more pop and all that other stuff than you will water. Pee Wee, how are you? I have been watching your post on Facebook. You are moving tremendous. um, I can't remember. It has to be. It has to be 100% all natural. Any other peanut butter has sugar and salt and additives in it. It does not taste like the peanut butter we're used to eating, but you can get a ton of protein from that. You can get protein from beans. And matter of fact, I think one of the 2 of the things that I share, maybe all 3 of them, have beans in them. Read the labels. Please, Sister Thomas, what am I going to do with you? Read the labels. That is important. Let me get started because I'll talk a little bit more about this tonight. Yeah, yes. Listen, you can get a case of water at Sam's Club for like $4. You know, you can't beat that. Thank you, Sharon. And if you ever, Thea, read the labels, you would it would and see that's the thing that drives me crazy about folk that don't want to get a vaccine. Try reading the labels on the food we eat. I wish I had some help. Okay. Anything that is not processed, everything has to be natural. And where what? Um, and that's important. Again, you don't have to be like me. Isaiah, how are you, my friend? You don't have to be like me and spend all of this money for water. That's just kind of a choice that I have made because it's good to me. But get you that, yeah. Oh, Katrina at Sam's Club, you can get a case of water. It's like, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like $3.99. So you can get water. And the only reason I don't encourage tap water, okay, is because there's additives in it. So enough of that. Listen, how can I conquer fear? How can I conquer this? Okay, you like Aquafina. See, me and Aquafina don't get along, but it's according to your taste. Sam's Club, Katrina, as much as you go to Sam's Club, you haven't seen that. Sam's Club has water. I can't think of the name of it. Matter of fact, it's Sam's Club brand, I believe. It's like $3.99 for a case. You know what? Leave me alone. I like my Fiji. I ain't paying y'all no attention. Sweet potatoes are good as long as Members Mark. Thank you, Ayana. Members Mark is $3.99 for a case. You can have the sweet potato. You just can't add any cinnamon butter, any sugar, or anything else like that. You have to actually, the best way to eat. Why am I doing this? Oh, I shouldn't be doing it. The best way to eat a sweet potato is to bake it or microwave it and then eat it. Number one, it's called a sweet potato for a reason. It is already sweet. And so just don't add, okay, Walmart. Listen, there's all kind of, Katrina, what, as much as you go to Sam's Club, you ain't never seen that water. It's there. Members Mark, thank y'all so much. Okay, you can get that water. Oh, you know what, girl? I got Katrina. I got a case of Fiji in the kitchen. You are more than welcome to that. Okay, Ice Mountain is usually found in Warren or Niles. Good afternoon, Vernice. Ice Mountain is not always found in Boardman. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, I was trying to get some water for my wife, and they had ran out of whatever that water is. I went someplace else, and that's all they had was Ice Mountain. How do I deal with fear? How do I deal with fear? How do I deal with fear? Psalm 27. Okay, I'm only going to keep you a few more moments because we were talking about this. We live in an age and a time now where fear runs rampant. You got to think about this. You got it almost borderlines paranoia, because it's to the point now where you wonder who's doing what or how is this happening. And so when I saw Psalm 27, the Lord said, take a real good look at it. And when I took a look at it, Psalm 27 is a declaration of faith. And this is important for us to recognize and understand, because we as the people of God, we as the called out, the ecclesia, the redeemed, walk by faith, period. Kim, I hope you're catching this, because this is overwhelmingly important. When you look at the first verse of Psalm 27, the Lord is my light, my comfort, and my salvation, my assurance. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. And when it talks about the strength of your life, it's dealing with the fact that I now have security from violence in my life. All right. That's what you got to recognize and understand. And because of that, why should I be afraid? Why should I be afraid in any way, shape, form, or fashion? There you go, Erica. And so here's what you got to remember. Since I walk by that faith, I must consistently remind myself of the faith I walk in. Oh man, I'm just about ready to leap over there, because faith is not faith unless it's exercised. Faith is not faith unless it's participated in. Can I say that again? Faith is not faith unless it's exercised. Faith is not faith until it's participated in. I can't talk about I got faith and don't exercise faith. I can't talk about faith and I'm not involved in faith. This is overwhelmingly important. Why? Because challenges will come. Y'all gonna catch this in a minute. Challenges will come. Just because you love the Lord, just because you're saved, just because you're blood washed, just because you're redeemed, doesn't mean that life will not throw curveballs, craziness, and chaos in your direction. As a matter of fact, since you are redeemed, life is going to throw curveballs and craziness and madness and lunacy and wildness in your life, because the enemy knows that there are the unsaved who are observing your behavior. It says, when the wicked came upon me to eat of my flesh, my enemies and my foes, they stumbled and fell. What does this mean? When the ferociousness, and you got to remember, you got to remember something. The enemy is not playing games with you. The enemy is not playing tiddlywinks with you. It is his desire to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But you got to remember that we serve a Savior that came, that we have life and have it more abundantly. This is, oh God, this is important. I hope this is rich to me. I don't know what it's doing for anybody else, but I'm getting excited about this all by myself, because I've had enemies. I've had ferocious moments. I've had antagonistic people and antagonistic situations and circumstances to come into my life. And I have learned, oh my God, I have learned that when they come after you because they want to destroy you, they want to kill you, they want to annihilate you, to eat of your flesh, your enemies will stumble and fall. And you, oh God, and you, oh bless his name, and you will have no hand in it, because the assurance of what God will do for you has nothing to do with what you do, but has everything to do with who he is in your life. Minister Sarah, listen, if the Lord don't show you nothing else, he showed you this. It is learned. That's the reason why Jesus says, pick up my yoke and learn of me. And the problem with many people in the church is they want to shout on superficial experiences without any word involved in anything they do. Okay? You have to learn how to trust God, especially if you've been let down by a lot of people. You have to learn how to get past, your issues, your proclivities, your shortcomings, and the shortcomings of other people who sold into your life before you got saved, because that's when the enemy does his most treachery, is before you come to Jesus. He permits, he allows, or engages you in activities and situations and neglect and all the rest of those things, so that you now become suspicious of every human being, which causes that suspicion to spill over into your relationship with God. Because if I can't trust the people who are closest to me, how can I trust somebody that's far away? And what we fail to understand, he's never been far away. He's a present help. He's always been there. Once you said yes to the Lord Jesus Christ, he took residence in you, which means he ain't a far-fetched entity, a man sitting up on the mountain or the wherever. He is inside of you. He says, when they come after you, because they will, you got to keep your cool, because they'll stumble and they'll fall. And here's what you also got to recognize. Oh, here's what you also got to recognize. I wish I had somebody that's catching Donnie. Here's what you also got to recognize, because the enemy doesn't stop just because you got one victory. And that has been the Achilles heel of the body of Christ, is we've learned how to shout with our eyes closed, and we better learn how to shout with our eyes open. Okay? Ayana, we got to learn. You got to read. You got to study. That's the reason why the Lord led me to take us through the Bible in 1 year, because it forces us to learn. It forces us to read. I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to get out of here. I didn't ask you to study the readings. I just asked you to read the readings. And I'm going to say something here that's going to blow you out of the water, and it's going to mess you up, but it's going to bless your soul. Everything you are reading is also being deposited in your spirit. I'm done. Every verse, I was talking to somebody. I saw some stuff in the book of Genesis that blew me straight out the water. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. I looked at that. I've read that book over and over. Oh, y'all getting it? Y'all getting it? Y'all getting it? Y'all getting it? See, everything you are reading is being deposited. Now, you may not recognize the process of depositing. I'll give you an example. Have any of you ever used the ATM machine to deposit a check or deposit some money? Have any of you ever did that? I'm not talking about a teller. I'm talking about an ATM machine. See, the ATM machine is a fascinating machine, because, like, if you deposit checks, you tell it what you want it to do. You tell it which account you want it to go to. And then the door opens and you put the checks in there and it reads them. Whew, Jesus. It reads the checks. And when it reads the checks, okay, Sheila, when it reads the checks, it also does more than just reads them. It adds them. Oh my God. It adds them. And then it comes back and it says, do you want us to deposit this? And is this deposit correct? Now, I don't know what your bank does, but it shows every check. And then it shows how it has added it up. And so every now and then, a handwritten check will go in, and it may not be able to read the handwriting, and it'll come back and say, can you help me? Oh, yeah, can you help me? What is this amount? And then it tells you, here's how you put the amount in, boom. And then what it does is it adds it, and then it asks your permission to deposit it. God is saying, I just need your permission for me to make a deposit in your life. And when I make a deposit in your life, when the time comes, when the enemy shows up, you'll have something to withdraw from. And your faith will be so powerful, the enemy will retreat from you, not because it's you, but because of the word in you. I got to go. I've been on here too long. I'm trying not to shout. I'm getting ready to go upstairs and put this little thing together, do what I need to do. Listen, I love y'all, man. I love y'all from the depths of my. Don't forget to join us at 6:30 tonight. 6:30 tonight, midweek worship. I'm going to talk about the power of favor. Oh, my God. This is just day one, and I'm in overflow already. Pee Wee, do you hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? I'm expecting, but I'm not stupid and I'm not foolish, because I know the attack will come. But greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And the same God in me is in you. Y'all be blessed. Y'all take care. Stay safe. Sanitize. Social distance. Vaccinate. Do what you got to do, because I want to see you at 6:30 this evening. May God bless you and may he keep you is our prayer.